I'm Dr. Tex Vermillier, and I'm the Vice President of Scientific Advancement for Ovation Fertility. And I am often asked, along with my colleagues, as to what makes a good scientist for embryology or andrology and in the infertility field. I can speak from experience. When I went to university, I thought I was going to be a veterinarian. I knew that I was going to major in animal science, but upon taking organic chemistry, I excelled in the laboratory, but not so much in the lecture. So I decided to try something different and focused in on animal reproduction. Got my first job as an internship in a IVF infertility laboratory and really fell in love with embryology and the work that we do behind the scenes of creating families and making babies. So with that passion, I then went off and obtained my PhD. I passed my boards for a high complexity laboratory director, and which allows me to be a laboratory director of one of our laboratories within the Ovation Fertility Network. If you're interested in the field of IVF and want to become an andrologist or an embryologist, what can you do? So my encouragement is for you to look at IVF labs, look for opportunities to either partake in internship possibilities, as well as study hard in university. Embryologists are well made from animal science majors, biology majors, medical science majors. As long as you have a major in a scientific related field, you can be considered to do what we call high complexity laboratory testing. Often our andrologists, or those who work with sperm, tend to work their way through the laboratory and become embryologists and be very successful in what they do. What does a typical day look like in an IVF laboratory? We do start early. Usually the egg retrievals can start any time from 6 a.m. to 7. Our embryologists come to the laboratory earlier in the morning to do quality control and ensure that all the equipment and the processes in place are ready for that day's procedure load. Eggs are retrieved in the morning. Sperm is also prepped in the morning. Insemination of those eggs with that sperm is usually done around the afternoon, lunchtime. Within that as well, we have embryos being or needed to be thawed for subsequent transfer, in addition to embryo biopsies, where we remove a few cells from the embryo in order to do genetic testing. So there's a lot of moving parts within the embryology laboratory, and it also fluctuates. Some days are going to be longer than others. There may be a higher caseload with the number of procedures needing to be done, but a well-oiled team and a team that works really well together can make a fun day out of it and do exceptional work, knowing that when they go home, they have helped create families. As patients become more aware of infertility treatment and wanting to seek our services, we are busier than we have ever been. We see this trend to continue to grow, and therefore we're looking for good individuals who want to be part of our team. Ovation as a network of laboratories have multiple opportunities for career development, as well as ensuring that our patients are receiving the best care. It is my responsibility as VP of Scientific Advancement to ensure that we are identifying best practices amongst our laboratories. We are looking at standardization efforts to ensure that we are collecting the same data so we can compare across our laboratories which lab is excelling in a certain process and which lab may need a little bit more encouragement to make some change and ultimately provide better outcomes for our patients. Ovation Fertility also offers opportunities for our scientists to become involved in the organization. They can take part in being part of councils which look at cryostorage and how best to implement those processes to ensure safety across the network. In addition to this, we really strive to involve individuals in research. There's financial incentives for individuals to be first authors for abstracts and publications, therefore encouraging our individuals and our scientists to partake in cutting-edge research. And at the last ASRM conference, or the American Society for Reproductive Medicine, we were leaders in publications of not only abstracts but also oral presentations. Again, science first for Ovation Fertility and our patients.